How long have you been a coach for?
I've been a coach for, I would say, 7 going on to 8 years now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a journey. I mean, definitely a bunch of learning experiences from it. Um, but it's been a humbling experience, if anything.
When did you get into coaching and fitness in general, and how did that happen? Like, was that something you always wanted?
Um, and first of all, it was like, so it actually goes back way back. It was when I first came to America from Russia.
Yep.
As I came to America, the language barrier was quite significant. So I had a hard time communicating with other kids or individuals. So I realized that over time, what I did enjoy was actually pushing myself. And it was kind of more of an escape from stress and anxiety. So exercise or just sports like soccer,
Yep.
that was my main thing. That was actually my big thing. And I wasn't very good at soccer. I got bullied by a lot of kids for it. They made fun of me. But one thing I did have was the determination just to keep moving, to keep pushing myself.
Yeah.
I mean, played soccer for 12 years, so a long time. But I improved by just a little bit.
Hey,
um,
progress is progress. You know.
Progress is progress. That's
Doesn't.
right, bro. Even if it takes 12 years. But
Yeah.
that was my main thing. Was I just it was an escape. I found it as an escape. I could go within myself and improve from internally, or improve internally. But that was my main thing. Was just kind of like soccer. That was the big thing. Afterwards, of course, I went into track and field. I absolutely love track and field because that's what introduced me to strength training
Yeah.
or resistance training. And then from then on, I just fell in love with lifting weights and pushing my body.
So it sounds like the evolution of your fitness journey started off with like soccer, going into track, and then weightlifting. Can you take me
Yeah.
through the overall evolution? Like it's never been just one single thing. You continuously keep trying to get better and wanting to get better in different areas of fitness. It be
Yeah.
it health, like nutrition, in the gym, out of the gym. Can you take me through that like mindset and like what are the phases like? What happens?
Okay. Definitely. Well, when I played soccer, the main focus, and I remember the coach, he was like, Alexi, you're not the most talented kid. I remember him telling me that, but he was honest and I respected him for it.
Mhm.
But he said, you have one of the best endurance. And the reason is because I was so determined. I said I would chase anybody down. I would try to get the soccer ball. Even if I failed, I would get back up and I would just chase him down. And so I played midfield, and my coach would leave me in the game. For 60 to 70% of the game, I would be in there just running side to side because I was a left midfielder. I could kick the ball, not the most accurately, but I could kick it pretty far. So that was the main thing I noticed is I had good endurance in the beginning. But endurance is in everything. So that's where I was introduced to track and field. Now, track and field taught me explosiveness or how to be fast to my feet. I wasn't the fastest kid, but I did have a very good jump as far as triple jump and long jump. On my first year, I actually made it to districts on just few attempts on doing triple jump and long jump. A triple jump is a little bit more technical, but the long jump, I was actually pretty successful in just sprinting and then jumping as far as I could into the distance. I don't remember my numbers, but I remember my first year being my best year
Yeah.
because I got complacent afterwards and
Yeah.
my numbers started going down.
It happens. It happens to the best of us, getting a little too comfortable. So how did that
Yeah.
transition into getting into a gym and building strength to now just being a monster?
Well, that's where actually, so the cool thing about a track and field coach is, or my coach was a 4'11" tiny little lady, but she would bark so hard at everybody. Everyone was terrified. If we skipped practice, she would hunt us down. She would hunt us down in the middle of the night, pull us out of the bed, and humiliate us. It was pretty bad.
Yo, what's her name?
But
You want to
she,
give her a shout out real quick?
Well, Coach Humphreys, wherever she's at.
Yeah.
I mean, Herndon High School is where I went to track and field, but I highly respected that woman
Yeah.
on how tough and how dedicated she was on helping everyone improve. I mean, track and field is usually around 40 kids, maybe give or take 10. But she was so consistent on everybody getting better. And this is what I remember telling us that we need to do strength training in order to improve our muscle strength wise.
Yeah.
So I remember her taking us after hard track and field practices, and she would actually make us do strength training for 30 minutes. Now, she didn't know much about it, so we didn't have the best guidance. But over time, I started learning bench pressing, squatting, and deadlifts. And actually, will say, Zen, I learned the best tips from you, bro. So
Thank you.
just to let you know, man.
I appreciate it.
But there's a lot to learn as far as when it comes into the fitness world. And so that was the next step, was strength training. And within strength training, there is so much to learn as far as form, repetition, frequency, volume. So it was just the beginning of the journey as far as strength training.